What's going on, YouTube? Back again with another video. This is a video response to ScratchMasterDal's Dead or Alive blue Xbox that he recently acquired. Just wanted to say props to him for getting a hold of such a sexy piece of kit. And I just wanted to talk about the Xbox One collection that I have. Today I want to show you two systems that I've got. I've actually got more than this, but the others are in storage at the moment. But these two are pretty unique in different ways, and the first one here I'll talk about is, as you can see, is the green Xbox1 Debug Kit. These fetch a pretty penny on eBay. I actually got this a long time ago when the Xbox Ones came out. Some of you guys may or may not know that I was very into the homebrew development scene on the Xbox One system. And this is actually the piece of kit that I use to actually do most of my homebrew development on. And this machine itself has an extra 64 megabytes of memory, so it's bumped up to 128 megabytes as opposed to 64. And it's just a really cool machine for debugging. It has a unique dashboard, which is unlike the retail Xbox One dashboard, and I'll show you that here in a second. And obviously it comes in a really cool green transparent case, very similar to the Halo edition Xbox that was released. As far as the unit goes itself, it's pretty much the same. There's really nothing else different on the back compared to a regular Xbox. As mentioned, this is a debug kit. There was also a kind of a clear brown Xbox called a development kit, which had additional ports on the back, but this one is fairly stock standard as far as expansions and things like that. You've got your 4 controllers and your network ports at the back and all that stuff. But alright, this is the dashboard that comes with the Xbox One Debug Kit. It's called the XDK launcher. XDK stands for Xbox Development Kit. So if you acquire a hold of a debug kit or a Xbox Development Kit, this is what you'll see when you turn the system on. Basically, all these things are the applications that are installed on the hard drive, ready to be launched, and it also will run retail games off the DVD. As you can see, I've got a disc in here, Midway Arcade Treasures 2, this game here. And it's kind of hard to see, but if you see that, it's pointing to the DVD. If I take this out, it'll take it away, as you can see. And as mentioned, this is the launcher, and there's a whole bunch of homebrew on here at the moment. One of the things I worked on back in the day was this Quake 2 port. Let's see if it still works. Yep, still works as good as it did, which is good. As mentioned, I haven't fired these units up in a long time, and just wondering that the power supply and the capacitors and battery issues were still working, and everything seems to be working fine. Yep, that seems to be working fine. So yeah, just wanted to show the debug kit and the XDK launcher, and we're going to move on to the second piece of kit that I want to talk about. Alright, this is the Friendtech 1.4 GHz Xbox. This is a custom Xbox done by a company called Friendtech, and this particular unit has 1.4 GHz CPU, so it's double the speed. And it's double the memory. Also has 128 megabytes of memory in there as well. It also has a mod chip built into it, an Executor 2 or 3 I believe, can't remember which one. And you can see this switch here. It's hard to see, but it basically allows you to switch between standard speed, which is the default that you get on a normal Xbox, and the turbo speed. This is really useful for emulators and homebrew. Some of the MAME stuff that doesn't run so good certainly gets a boost out of that turbo, and I'll show you that here just in a second. But yeah, this is not a custom Microsoft Xbox or a limited edition Microsoft Xbox. This is just a regular Xbox that has been modified by Friendtech, and they released only a handful of these units, maybe about 100 or less. And as mentioned, I was very deep into the homebrew scene in the Xbox One days, and when this came out, I had to get one. I think it's probably impossible to find one of these systems now, and it's pretty tricky to get one of these as well. I think if you're looking for a debug kit, I would say Assembler Games is probably your best bet, but you know, I can't guarantee you'll get a good price, that's for sure. But going back to here, let me show you how the turbo mode actually works in real life. So let me just get this back onto the screen. Alright, so we've got the Friendtech Xbox One loaded, and this is Xbox Media Center, which is a really cool piece of kit or application for the Xbox One. Everyone knows about it. But what I'm going to do is fire up one of the emulators that I like to play on the Xbox One. Final Burn Legends. And this is probably the easiest way to show you how this performs. Now, Final Burn Legends is a really cool arcade hardware, or sorry, arcade emulator, kind of like MAME. But there are certain games and drivers that don't run too good on the Xbox One, and some of those games are the IRM games, like R-Type, R-Type 2, R-Type Leo. So let me show you R-Type Leo on a standard Xbox, and then I'll flick that turbo switch and show you how it looks on a souped up 1.4 gigahertz machine. Actually, what I'll do is get the frame counter . Alright, so as you can see, I'm not sure if you can see that actually, it's just been cut off. Let me see if I can fix that. It's basically running at 38 frames a second there. So let's just jump into the game. You can see it's pretty kind of slow and jerky, and the sound's kind of stuttery. It's really not that fun to play at all. It's just kind of a mess of noise, and it's just really slow. It's like you're playing it in slow motion. Probably good if you're starting out trying to learn the attack waves and bullet patterns and stuff, but it's really not anywhere near a good arcade experience. So what I'm going to do, guys, is flick the switch over right now and just take it over to the top right. As you can see, it's silky smooth now. It's running at 60 frames a second. That extra 1.4 gigahertz CPU just really kicks in and makes all the difference. I just flicked it back. Now it's back at 31 frames a second, 30 frames a second. It's basically half the speed right there, which you would expect. Now turn the turbo back on, and now it's back at 60 frames. Certainly very cool for the homebrew stuff. It works really well with MAME and the Nintendo 64 emulators that have, some of the ROMs have speed issues. We can try another one. One of the other games that has issues. Some of the Knights of Valor games have some slowdown, but the one I wanted to show was Ketsui, which is a cave shoot 'em up, and it doesn't like the ROM, which is not good. Let's try this one. doesn't like that one either. Let's see if we have Dodom Patchy 2. Yeah, well, actually DOJ Black Label is probably better. Alright, let's get the frame counter up again. Alright, so it started out at 60 frames, but there's really nothing much going on the screen there. Let's kind of coin this up. So we're at 40 frames a second there now. Let me turn the turbo on. And as you can see, it's up to 60. Turn it back off. It's back to 40. It's not terrible here. It's running at about 50 frames on a standard Xbox, which is, I guess it's you could call it playable, but it's still pretty jerky, and again, it's not very arcade, you would say. Lots and lots of slowdown. Turn the turbo back on. And it's just silky smooth. Well, alright guys, I just wanted to show off the two Xboxes that I got here, the Debug Kit and the Friendtech 1.4 GHz. As you can see, both of them are unique in their own way, and yeah, both of them I use quite regularly. I don't use the Debug as much as I used to, obviously. Homebrew on the Xbox One has kind of come and gone, but I still like to fire up the Friendtech quite a lot. Also helps with Xbox Media Center, playing some of those slower HD videos. I forgot to mention that too. It certainly helps there as well. But yeah guys, I just wanted to show this off today. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you again. Bye for now.